The NBA Playoffs 2022-23 round games and highlights will be coming up next on the Inspiriverse Network channel. The NBA Playoffs 2022-23 round Game 1 matchup is now streaming live on the Inspiriverse Network channel. Seed 4 Philadelphia 76ers Seed 2. The NBA Playoffs 2022-23 round Game 1 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 4 Dallas Mavericks Seed 3 Golden State Warriors.
This is the Eastern Conference Finals as we're set for coverage of Game 1 right here on EA Sports. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight the Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Hey everyone, with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Celtics coming in. They're rested, they're ready to go, and they'll have home court advantage to begin here in games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Al Horford pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Tobias Harris. He's going to get 3 shots here. A career 81% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second and 3 is good. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Boston with the basketball. To Horford. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And one. Embiid good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Parker with it. Just getting going here in game one. The shot almost to Harden. Nice pass to get things going.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Parker into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Horford. It was right there. Has a chance. Harris's shot won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green. Safe to say, notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good, other times things go great. Everything going their team's way right now.
Can't connect. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
To Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. To Jaylen Brown. Smart shot, no good. To Embiid. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 2 of 4 now.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Driving right to the basket. And finishes strong.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
Tatum. From the outside, no good.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
And a rim rocker, Joel Embiid. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Parker. And scores. Strong take.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Celtics have it. Parker. Danny Green with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Brown into the front court. His team down 9. Parker to Marcus Smart. Work it down to Brown. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Danny Green. Jabari Parker sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Brown with it up top. They trail by 7. Has a look. Jabari Parker. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
To Parker. Here comes the screen. Parker. And the 2 for Al Horford getting to the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Al Horford, huge block. Ball's controlled by Boston. James Harden snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He's now 4 for 6.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
For 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Brown into the front court, trailing by 4. To Parker. Easy pad to the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Brown with it up top. Down 2. Trying to cash in. Brown shot, no good. To Tobias Harris. Jabari Parker swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Fires the 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jordan. And scores.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Celtics have it. To Horford. Here comes the screen. Parker to Cantor. And his Cantor above the rim.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
And Boston has the rebound. Has a chance. There it is. Al Horford. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Dunn to Horford. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Cantor to Chris Dunn. Great feed, sets it up. To Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Dunn. To Cantor, has a look. Cantor with a shot that won't fall.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Millsap. Jordan. Short jumper off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Horford. DeAndre Jordan with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's Cantor with the board. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Boston with the basketball. Parker to Jaylen Brown. Probing the defense. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
And draws the foul.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Paul Millsap has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Done. Now a steal by Philly. He gets it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Screen coming. And the finish off the nice step through.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Harden to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Celtics have it. Horford to Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in, add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Harden. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Horford to Cantor. DeAndre Jordan tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Surveys the floor. Let's see what's there. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Jason Tatum able to recover with the block. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Harden. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Ball's controlled by Boston to Jaylen Brown. Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. From long range. Textbook defense. To Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. The drive. Right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Harden in possession. Up 5. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. Doesn't get the bounce.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Celtics have it. Here comes the screen. Dunn. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden to Embiid. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
James Harden, 2 of 4 now.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want it.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Sixers control it. Probing the defense. 5 to shoot. Harden. Fires the 3. No good. That's great defense. To Chris Dunn. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Has a chance. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
James Harden rejects it. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Done. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nothing going here on that drive. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Parker. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Done to Parker. Nothing going here on that drive. Parker to Chris Dunn. Parker. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Dunn to Cantor. Lets it fly from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting.
Boston with the basketball. Parker to Cantor. Sizing up the defense. Goes to the right side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Danny Green is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Parker with it. Down a bundle. To Marcus Smart. And it's Cantor. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
To Parker. Here comes the screen. To Marcus Smart. Here's a chance from long range. Embiid with the board. Gets it in the right corner. To Cantor. Going to launch beyond the arc. Celtics able to clear the board. Brown with it up top. Trailing by 15. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
As a defender with inferior athletic abilities, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. To Cantor. Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. For three. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And one. Embiid. Good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. To Horford. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Fires the three. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. To Jordan. Joel Embiid. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Jordan. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Brown into the front court. His guys down big. To Horford. To Marcus Smart. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Shot misses there by Smart. To Embiid. Now to Jordan, down low. Shot from the lane, won't go. Celtics have it. Horford to Jaylen Brown. The jumper's off the mark. To Embiid. 4-3. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Nothing going here on that drive with the interception.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Danny Green pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Cantor shot off the mark. Embiid to Jordan. Short jumper stays out. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Cantor. DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Almost unlucky bounce.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Here comes the screen. Great dish to set it up. Count the basket at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed.
The 76ers were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Bench points.
The Boston Celtics were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Celtics have it. To Horford. Dunn. And his Cantor above the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense. And breaks it up.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Trying to cash in. A shot, no good by Green. The follow won't go either. Gets it in the left corner. Great look and vision. Rises for the slam. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
They need something to go down. It's no good.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Down low for Harris. Enes Kanter with a piece.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Danny Green sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Danny Green. And a pass stolen by Boston.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Terrific vision. That's what you want to see. Get it inside to Ennis.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you've won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To Tobias Harris. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Done. To Horford. Tobias Harris. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Horford. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Harris to the basket, but his shot stays out.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Off the assist.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
It's rebounded by the Celtics. To Chris Dunn. Tobias Harris snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Danny Green. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Has a chance, pulls up for two.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
To Horford. Over to the right side. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And it's written all over his body language. I mean, he looks frustrated, vexed, perplexed, whatever other word you want to throw at it with the X. But seriously, that body language, that's something he needs to work on.
Sixers call for time as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. So Horford, leaving no doubt, slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Short jumper won't go down.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Parker to Horford. Here comes the screen. Horford. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away. Pass taken away by the Celtics. With the interception, great defensive play. To Embiid. Wide open look, won't go.
And this guy's going to come out of this game with bruises all over his body like a major heavyweight fight. He took some hard fouls in the first half. That's really deterred him from being aggressive.
To Horford. Boston with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Harden. James Harden. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. And the margin down to 8. To Tobias Harris. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Has a chance. Jabari Parker. He's 3 for 7.
So deadly. Now, look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
To Horford. Here comes the screen. Horford. To Marcus Smart. Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Millsap. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Jaylen Brown. Horford. Gets it in the right corner. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Curling inside. Lets it fly from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. To Parker. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Parker into the front court. The deficit is 6. To Chris Dunn. Driving right to the basket. Harden shoots. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Dunn to Parker. Now a steal by Philly. To Danny Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one goes down. Second and 3, no good. To Horford. Parker, deep right corner. To Chris Dunn. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Parker with it. His guys trail by 10. Dunn to Horford. Add 2 points to the board.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Horford to Marcus Smart. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. To Millsap. And counted at the rim.
He's so good down low. This four-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of them.
Parker into the front court, trailing by 10. Can't connect from in close. To Danny Green, going to launch beyond the arc. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Chris Dunn. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Has a look. Dunn shot that misses. Long heave from three-quarters court. No time left on this quarter. And the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth and final quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Knocks down the first. makes them both. Throws it down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Brown into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay. Tobias Harris, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 80% in this contest. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Boston with the basketball. Smart shot, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Harris to Danny Green. Has a chance. Just not going down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Harden in possession. Up 6 to Tobias Harris. Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. To Harden. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Yes, and a foul. They'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Jason Tatum trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Celtics have it. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
To Parker. To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Jordan. Al Horford swats it. 4th this contest. Parker with it. His guy's down 3. To Horford. Turns and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Parker To Horford. It's a big finish.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
To Jordan. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. The follow won't go either. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Takes stock of the floor. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Parker. Has a look. Shot by Tatum won't fall. To Harden. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Harris to Embiid. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Top of the key. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Joel Embiid with the block. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Parker. It's Embiid with the rebound. To Harden. Short jumper stays out. To Parker. The drive. Right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Harden. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here comes the screen. Horford to Marcus Smart. To Jaylen Brown. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
2-point shot for James, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Jaylen Brown. Taken by the Sixers. Deep left corner. For 3. Well defended. Horford to Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Harris to Embiid. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Horford knocked loose. Fires the 3, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Parker into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Tobias Harris tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Harden. And he buries it.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
To Parker. Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Horford to Parker. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Jabari Parker. Embiid to Harden. 4-3 with James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Marcus Smart, he's got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Goes to the left side. Harden, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Parker to Jaylen Brown. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Harden. Slam dunk.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Jaylen Brown. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Embiid to Jordan. From long range. Shakes free and hits.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Parker. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Embiid. To Tobias Harris. Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Celtics have it. And the 2 for Al Horford getting to the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
And now they'll get the intentional foul. Free throws coming up with 15 seconds to go.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Here comes the intentional foul. They'll get it with 12 seconds left.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Off the assist. Jabari Parker rejects it. The Sixers are victorious. They've jumped down in front 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers did what great teams do best, finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Celtics must be devastated after such a close loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
You can tell both of these teams feel very comfortable in their offensive systems. There was plenty of great playmaking in this contest.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid gets the award for the most obvious reason. and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.